Hey, what is going on, everybody? Boilon here, and in today's video, we're going to be doing an arena video. We're going to be talking about all the ways that you can beat the arena meta that's very common to see right now, depending on how high up you are. But for those of us somewhat near the top, you're seeing a lot of Dormammu and Horsemen hybrid teams with Emma, those kinds of things. For other people who don't have Dormammu, who aren't up there quite yet, I want to also show you a variation that you can beat these kinds of teams without actually using a lot of the meta character, well, a lot of the, typical arena characters. This video does contain Spider-Man 2099 though, and in both instances that I'm going to show you, I know that not everyone has them unlocked yet, but some people will start to unlock them pretty soon. And I think he's definitely worth leveling up. I think he's someone that you should probably be gearing quite a bit. And he's got a ton of value outside of Cosmic Crucible with Spider-Weaver than someone like Spider-Man Noir, who personally I will gear up a little bit, but not as highly as I did with 2099. But anyways, we've got two different videos to show today, so if you're ready to go, then let's boil this down. Alright everyone, and if you're wondering, yes, so this video is actually being recorded over multiple days. There's a couple of reasons for that, and mainly because Arena doesn't always, I get pushed back, or some of the right fights are not available, and the timing, I guess, for me. So yeah, you can probably notice that I'm not wearing the same shirt as I did in the intro. That's because I decided to do it over 3 days. So this fight here, this is the team that I am using for all of my arena attacks now. I just want to be very clear about this, that this is the Eternals, 2099, Spider-Weaver, and Emma Frost. And part of the reason why Emma Frost is there is to basically make sure that your character goes before anyone else's of a similar character. And now that I've had this on my offense and defense, it's been on my defense actually for about, I would say, a week, maybe just under a week as of recording this video. And people have slowly started to, I think, copy my idea, maybe because it was challenging, and I really wish that Arena had some sort of replay feature so that we would be able to see actually like who attacked us, what won, what worked, and what didn't. So I'm not going to tell people what to do on their defense, but this has been working for me. I've been top 10 and even top 5 for the last week, and it's done really, really well. I think that the part of the key here is making sure that you have 2099 and Weaver together, and then after that, it's really up to you. You could use this Eternals combo, which I really like, and I'll be showing that on my offense. And I also like the Dormammu Red Hulk Rogue without Morgan Le Fay. That can also work as well. But either way, you can decide what you want to do. You can also use Dormammu with Morgan Le Fay. We're going to see a couple of instances where there's different arena metas now a little bit, and you can kind of see how there is actually 3 different teams here. I'm going to attack team number 1 here. That is Strike, because I want to share some footage of attacking the typical Horseman Dormammu arena meta that's kind of common right now. I do have some footage of Kriz number 3 later on in the video as well, and then hopefully we'll have some time to do number 2. So these 3 are kind of the most common, I would say, right now, and I think since doing this is my team, but since using that on offense, I think some people are also doing that on defense. Unfortunately, it's somewhat of a mirror match at this stage, but it is what it is. I just like the fact that, my team is about 864k, and I can still punch up a fairly good deal, which is nice. And so it's not super relevant that you're like maxed out completely on stars and whatnot. Of course, it helps, but you don't need it. So here we go, everybody. Dropping down into the field. Now I do like to primary target Dormammu. For the actually, you know what? I'm gonna primary because I do like applying the defense down. But if you don't apply the slow on Morgan Le Fay, it gets a little bit messy. So in this instance, I'm actually gonna apply this here. We're gonna see how that goes. So we managed to strip the buffs over there. We didn't land the defense down on Morgan Le Fay. Sorry, the speed down on Morgan Le Fay. We did get the stun on Rogue, but not the trauma, so at least some of the attacks are missing now, which is okay. We're going to attack into Rogue some more. The problem, though, of course, is now Cersei is ability blocked, And we have offense down on Icarus, and I don't really like that, but I'm gonna do this anyways. And we did, oh, not my Windows security. We did manage to flip into Disrupt, so that's okay here. We're gonna do some additional damage onto Dormammu to try and push him. There we go. We got the offense up to Icarus rather through Spider Weaver, which is nice. But unfortunately, some of my characters they're not slowed. But the fact that she actually removed the turn bar there, that's fine. And so we're going to go into Dormammu because I really don't want him using his bonus attacks. So that's still fine. We're still in the game. And I'm going to go for over here. And we're going to go for... I'm going to primary target on Rogue, actually, over here. Morgan Le Fay's already dropped a lot of her skills, so it's really not a big deal there. And we're going to do this. And Red Hulk is going to have 5 charges. Pretty soon. Actually, maybe not. Not yet. Okay, so we're going to maybe try and kill him here. Whoa! Yeah, we did. So that's good too. So you can see that even if Spider-Man 2099 doesn't land his slows where he kind of needs to, honestly, that makes it really easy, but you don't have to either. The ideal situation, obviously, is he lands his debuffs. But I'm also running a 3 yellow, 3 red 2099. So... I mean, you know, once I get some higher stars, once I do my orb openings for that, you know, it should be a lot easier and he should land it more reliably. 3-3 isn't great. 4-4 is even better, though. Landed the stun on Morgan Le Fay, so that's great. And, of course, I'm going to back out of this attack because I don't want to win, because then I can't do any more. And that was part of the problem and why this video took so long for me to do, because I ended up accidentally winning. And then I couldn't do any more attacks, and I didn't have the right recording, and things like that. I meant to do the ult. But again, I'm not really here to win. I'm just kind of showing you guys how the match plays out. And this was actually... Oh, shit. Oh, no, it happened again! It happened again! This is why! Get the other attack. Okay, we're going to find that team to do the attack, and then I'm going to put that into this video. It just might take a little bit of time. Okay? Trust me. Alright everyone, in this attack, I want to show you guys what is possible without actually using Dormammu to beat some of the top teams in Arena. Now, as you can see, my team power is about 850k, and we're going up against, again, some really powerful characters here, especially a Gear Tier 17, Morgan Le Fay and Rogue, and... It is oh, they actually changed it to Spider Weaver, but it's not going to make too much of a difference because I have 2099. But this is going to be quite important to make sure that 2099 lands his debuffs, and that's one of the most important things here on this, and why he must have the Skirmisher ISO. Depending on how things go out, though, it's very easy to kind of clean up, though, here. And we're going to do a primary target here on Dormammu, because I want to get rid of that disrupt, which is, or the immunity, sorry, which is really, really important as well. And of course, it clears 3 random positive effects and then applies the slow and the defense down. The defense down is really important here. So we're going to do that. And we did not land the defense down, but we did land the slow, for what it's worth. And from here, I want to go into the stun on Rogue, so that she can't taunt. And then now you can see that Morgan Le Fay also missed, because the slow was landed on her. Now, if you don't land the slow on Morgan Le Fay, it does, she gets her turn off, basically, and she'll go before a Spider Weaver and landing debuff. So it's not ideal, although you can get through it. So we're going to go with the ult here on Icarus. Unfortunately, though, because the defense down isn't there, he would have taken a lot more damage and almost actually died. And probably with Cersei's ult, that would have been a kill. But there we go. Spider Weaver is down 1 time. I'm going to try and land the slow on Spider Weaver here. And she misses, but the charges are still there. And this attack is unavoidable here. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to land this on Red Hulk and put the ability block there. So he can't go into his ultimate. He's going to have to basic there. And then we're going to go in. I think this is unavoidable as well. So we're going to go into Rogue and kill off Rogue. Fortunately, we're going to have to get the counterattack there from Red Hulk. And now there's a little bit of a problem because we do have 2 charges. So this is the Spider Weaver variant. If Spider Weaver wasn't here, it would be very easy. Actually, you know, I should have targeted someone else because now she's going to get energy for that. And then, of course, this is also... I can't stun anyone with that, so we're going to have to do a basic. She's going to get 1 more charge as a result of the special. From here, I actually have my ultimate, but it's going to miss. So what I'm going to do is... Actually, you know what? I'm still going to do it because it'll give more charges. And that's okay, because that's going to miss. Or wait, no, that's unavoidable. Sorry. This is going to miss. The ult's going to miss, which is really good. But things have changed now, specifically because of these extra charges and things like this. If Spider Weaver wasn't there, it'd be a lot easier to run. And I basically just want to get Spider Weaver down at this point, I think. So we're going to do that. We're still in the game, though, of course, and I want to make sure that Red Hulk is probably the next to go. And I'm going to use the ult to cleanse. Red Hulk's down once. And you know what? That's okay. That's okay there too. Because he might die. Oh, he's so close. The special really sucks. But we can still get Dormammu down. And we're going to get that stun on Red Hulk. Morgan Le Fay still has revive, but really at this point, she doesn't really have any of her skills, so it's not super threatening. Get some more debuffs on, and Red Hulk will be down pretty shortly here. Despite the bleeds, it's actually not a huge deal. Would I kill Red Hulk? Maybe. Oh, I did. Oh, she had her ult. Okay, well, it's 5-on-1 at this point, and I hope that she doesn't solo me, and I might be able to... will I get the kill? There's a good example of the Striker ISO being busted. So this has been since the patch, Striker ISO no longer actually stops them from reviving. There we are, rank number 1. And maybe this is also a good example of that Striker ISO being busted, and maybe someone will get that fixed, because both when Black Bolt and Spider Weaver kill someone on their Striker ISO attack, it should stop them from reviving. But since the patch 6.4, it isn't the case. So that's kind of shitty, and I hope that they get this fixed. That's rank number 1. Let me know in the comments down below what you think about this. This is the Spider Weaver defense variant, but again, no match for this team. Alright, and here we are back in Arena, of course, and finally I have been able to get knocked back in Arena from rank number 1. So I could actually do some more video footage. And so I'm going to do number 3 here, because this is the last one that I want to kind of show you guys. And I liked that before, actually, that we still managed to beat the Arena teams, even when 2099 didn't land his slows. I mean, obviously, it's the best case that he does land his debuffs, but given that most of us are running like 3-3s, it should become more consistent when you get like 4-4 or even 5-5, depending on how your orb drops are for this month. So this is basically a mirror match of what I'm running, and I'll be honest, I've not actually fought it, but that's why I kind of want to show it in this video here for us to round out. So I don't know, if anyone knows actually a way to overcome this easier, let me know, but otherwise it's a coin flip, and I don't like those, of course, but I want to see what happens if I happen to win the coin flip, and if I don't, we'll see how it pans out anyways. Okay, I lost the coin flip, so I'm probably effed. There's so many debuffs, but let's do this anyways, right? And see what happens. They got all debuffs, so yeah, Spider Weaver goes first, and actually stunned my Spider Weaver. That was probably the worst case scenario, I think, because now I'm probably screwed. Yep. No, it doesn't matter. I'm dead. Okay, so let's try that again and see if I can win the coin flip. That seems really easy, but there must be a better way to beat this than going in for the mirror match. I guess I haven't spent enough time fighting it because I haven't seen this on the defense until recently that people started copying me, because that's what I'm using on my defense. And I am not going to spend the cores. I'm going to pause really quick. I'm going to come back so that we can get a version where I do win the coin flip. Okay, so I'll admit that I did 2 attacks here on this team 3, and I lost the mirror match both times on the speed. But yeah. So I don't really like when it comes down to that, when it's just reliant on RNG or luck for you to go first. But needless to say that this is easily beatable if you win the coin toss, as you saw when I got my ass handed to me. But these other teams, we got to showcase this in the video, and I hope that this really helps because this team, I want to show it again, of course, once I get to team number 3 here. It's a very good team, and it can beat all of the current existing Dormammu, Horsemen teams, and it's actually very friendly. Sorry, it's friendly, not very friendly. It is friendly for new players and mid-game players as long as you have the Eternals. So you can have a weaker version of this team, Spider Weaver, 2099, the Eternals, and Emma Frost, because all of these are non-legendary characters. I realize that the Eternals are difficult to obtain, and they are going to be made a little bit easier as a result of the Premium Orb exclusivity, but still I know that there are some people who don't have them. My baby account, for example, doesn't have Icarus, but as soon as I'm able to unlock Icarus, this is a combination that other people can use as well, and I like it because not only does it beat teams with Dormammu, but it beats the Horseman teams as well, and all of them are non-legendary characters. So these are definitely characters that I recommend building for the arena, and this is how it's going to be for the next at least 2 months. Maybe Death will change things, maybe not. It really depends on his kit, right? And if his kit doesn't somehow overcome the speed bar mechanics that we're seeing here, then actually I can see this team being the top until some other meta change or Apocalypse, drops in and just wipes the board clean. But that's, a further discussion for another time. So that's the end of this arena video. I hope that this helps and gives you guys an idea of what to use. Some people are starting to use this already, as you can see, and this is what I've been using every single day, and it's really helped me stay in the top 10 or even top 5 of my arena. My payouts have been really strong. So that's it, guys, and until next time, stay safe and healthy, and I'll see you all later. Boilon signing out.